Good morning and welcome back to another edition of Gary's Movie Emporium. Today's going to be a mixed bag of stores that I went to. Basically, this video this morning is going to consist of DVD and Blu-ray, but where I say they're a mixed bag is that some are from Big Lots, some are from eBay, I believe. Few are from Amazon. They're all over the place from where they're from. I guess just as I come on to each one, I'll tell you where I got it from. And I'm going to start off with whatever I grab here. And there's no particular order this morning. And I do think there are one or two from Dollar Tree in here as well. This one we did get off, I believe, off Amazon Prime or eBay. I'm not sure which. But we picked up a copy of Beavis and Butthead to America. We got this for our son. He really likes these characters. This movie is from 1996, rated PG-13. I remember when this film came out. Pretty good size hit for the animated partners in crime here. Somewhere around 80 million, I think this movie made domestically. Pretty solid number. Surprised it never had a sequel. It even has a cameo in here from former President Bill Clinton as well. Really good movie, real funny. That's Beavis and Butthead to America. And then, since we're in theme with Beavis and Butthead to America and Beavis and Butthead in general, we picked up the entire complete collection of Beavis and Butthead. I believe this is a 12-discer. Yeah, PG-13. I want to say it's a 12-discer though. See, I'm trying to see how much. Has all the episodes that aired from 93 to 98. Widescreen and full screen presentation. 5.1 stereo English. Not sure how many. I want to say when my wife looked at it, I think it was 12 discs out here. Let's look at the back. Really love Beavis and Butthead. To me, I never get sick of them. It seems like even if you've seen their stuff, you still manage to chuckle at stuff. You know, it's like well dated. And then next up, I got this at Big Lots. It's called The Hole. From the director of Gremlins and Small Soldiers, It Knows Your Deepest Fears. Right here, The Hole. From Big Air, PG-13. 92 minutes on this one. I want to say this has. Okay, this was director Joe Dante is back with a scary new tale that will give you goosebumps. In case you don't know who Joe Dante is, he did Gremlins 1 and 2, Inner Space, The Burbs, and Small Soldiers. And it's kind of neat, too, because in here they have, what is his name? Bruce Dern. Bruce Dern also played in The Burbs, so that's pretty neat. I was trying to read some of the actors' names on the back, and I seen that instantly, and I knew who I was talking about. Bruce Dern also went on to play in Nebraska. He has a small cameo in season 3 of Mr. Mercedes as well. If you watch that show, you know who I mean. Really good show. I recommend Mr. Mercedes if you get a chance to watch it. Really cool 3-season show. I don't know if it's picked up for season 4, but that's The Hole. Then next up, picked up, this is at Big Lots. It's the Old Testament Bible stories for children. Moses and the Ten Commandments. It's a steel book, or tin, however you want to say it. It's a 4-disc set. Comes with Joseph and his brothers, Moses, Prince of Egypt, Moses the Exodus, and Moses and the Ten Commandments. It has almost 6 hours of viewership here on it. Full screen. And here's a look at the back. Well, almost 6 hours for $2. And it's a 10. There's another one that's circulating there too. I don't know, if that's your thing, but I believe it's a different colored one. There's this one, and then there's an orange colored one. I believe that's what color it was. Should have got the second one too as well, but I'm sure it'll be still there because these biblical ones do not tend to sell too good. And then next up, we got the 5-film vampire collection that has Count Dracula, Fangs of the Living Dead, The Last Man on Earth, Vampire Happening, and Grave of the Vampire. I'm not sure. It is black and white in color. This particular disc was from 2010. The titles range from anywhere from 1964 right straight on up to 74. So, not overly old. I don't know what the transfer on this would be, but there's a good look at the cover. Pretty neat nonetheless. Look at the back. All written in blood red. Well, all but the synopsis is, but the titles are written in blood red, along with what it's called, the Vampire Collection. Then next up, we got a movie starring Aaron Paul, Scott McNairy, Cameron Richardson, Wreckage. It's $2.88. The spare parts may be your own. It's a phase 4 film, 16:9, rated R, 86 minutes. It's trash, your tragedy. But widescreen presented. Once again, a phase 4 film. So it's gonna be pretty tight little budget on it. It's not gonna be overly cheap. I don't think phase 4 does a pretty good job with their titles, I think, as a whole. You might find a few along the way that kind of don't click. But I saw this movie last night, Burning Kiss. It's not for me. It narrates throughout, and you're hearing music in the background the entire time. It just took me right out of the movie. I do not recommend that movie. I'm sure there are people that did like it, but I could not get... I watched it, but it was more like background noise to me. But a movie can't start off slow for me, because if it does, I'm not going to end up liking it. Unless it picks up a lot, but it pretty much was the same way throughout. But this looks like it'd be right up my alley. That's why I kind of stick with horror, because I kind of get what, I know what I'm getting. And then next up, I got the Creature Features 4 film set. $1.88 on this one. It has Dead Sea, Robo Croc, Super Tanker, and Dracano. Yeah, I think that's what it says. Can't really see it too good. Or, because the way it's written, it's like font is kind of like clashing a little bit with the sky. This is an E1 release. They all range from 2011 straight on up to the two of the features are 2014, and then finally one's 2013. So, but they're all presented in 1:78 by 1 and 2.0 Dolby Digital. Look at the back, pretty plain, but the cover's pretty cool nonetheless. I got this back several months ago now. And then next up, I got a macabre by Exhilarator released title here. $1.88 on this one. Gangsters, Guns, and Zombies, an incredibly fun ride. On Exhilarator Media, like I mentioned. See, 92 minutes on this one. It's Reservoir Dogs and Lock, Stock, and Two Smoking Barrels with a healthy dose of Dawn of the Dead. So, it's 3 movies combined, basically, based on what horrorreviews.net says about it. Or horrornews.net. Sorry about that. Pretty cool cover, nonetheless. Might be really bad, I don't know. Can't be too bad. It's got a lot of... looks like it's got a lot of gun fire and things of that nature in it, so shouldn't be boring, at least. And then I picked up some more Big Lots stuff here. I picked up the Star Trek Enterprise Season 1, the entire Season 1 of Star Trek Enterprise for $5. It's a 6-disc set from CBS Blu-ray. Has many special features on this one from 2001/2002. 1080p, 19 hours and 9 minutes on this 6-disc set. Basically, this is the very beginning of Star Trek Enterprise. So, hopefully they come out with some more seasons for this price, because I'll pick them up. But let's look at the back. Stars Scott Bakula. It's pretty much all who I know from this show, Scott Bakula. I'm sure there's other people I'm leaving out too, but that's pretty much who I know. Scott Bakula played in Quantum Leap, in case people were wondering who that was. And then I got a movie starring Thomas Jane, Ron Perlman, and John Malkovich. It's Mutant Chronicles, Collector's Edition, Director's Cut. Picked it up for $3 at Big Lots. Rated R for bloody violence and language throughout. 101 minutes on this one. 2009. It's a Magnolia home entertainment release. Fangoria magazine says it's brilliantly ballistic, blood-spattered action in this one. And I think I seen this a while ago. I think I did remember enjoying it, but that's Mutant Chronicles. I don't know if it's trying to go for the X-Men kind of vibe here. I just can't really remember. That almost looks like Amanda Seyfried. Yeah, it's not really saying, but that almost looks like Amanda Seyfried. Just a lot younger. Right there. But that's Mutant Chronicles. I don't mean to take so long with that one, but it's bothered me if that's her or not. And then I got a Macabre by Exhilarator, another title from them. It's from the producers of VHS and VHS2. It's called Under the Bed. $2.88 on this one. Rated R. 88 minutes. 2012. Pretty much. I'm not really seeing too much on it. I mean, I could read it, but it looks like it possibly is. Creature almost looks like it could be like alien-like or something on the back. They're saying a monster, but it kind of looks like an alien as well. Maybe it's a monster / alien. I have no idea. But that's Under the Bed. Glad to have that. And then I picked up Joseph Morgan stars in Armistice. In their deaths, I mark my day. I think that's what it says. Days. Okay. $1.88, gripping and compelling. It's a Macabre by Exhilarator, another one of their line that they bring out. You can always tell by the Macabre Exhilarator banner. They always look the same there at the top. 81 minutes. 9 times out of 10, I believe they're usually genre fare, so you know what you're getting. 2012. It's also an M&R Films and Old Bean Productions. Stars Joseph Morgan and Matt Ryan, if I didn't mention that. Has the feeling of the original Saw. Has Joseph Morgan from the Vampire Diaries and the Immortals. Matt Ryan played in Flypaper. Says, forced to fight for his life against grotesque inhuman opponents, he must kill every day or die himself. His only glimmer of hope comes from a diary he discovers left by a former prisoner, a World War I officer. But what does dark fate befell its author? The stories of these two warriors from different eras converge in shattering fashion. So, a bit of a period piece kind of thing in a way. One part horror, one part period piece, I guess, because I believe he played the lead vampire, and I can't think of what that show was called. It was a spin-off of Vampire. I think he played Kraus or Klaus, and I can't remember the name of the show. It was a spin-off of Vampire Diaries, though. But he's in this. Pretty cool. I have nonetheless. And then next up, I got a Blu-ray of Kevin Costner, Demi Moore, Dane Cook, and William Hurt. I didn't even realize Demi Moore played in this. It's Mr. Brooks, serial killer movie here, with our good old friend here, Kevin Costner, playing the title role, Mr. Brooks. 20th Century Fox, rated R. Slew of special features on this one. I couldn't resist. I did remember liking this one. I liked, like how they put this one together. It's a solid film. Like I said, it's rated R, 185:1 from 2007, and is on a 50 gigabyte dual layer, and came out in 2007, if I didn't mention that. And clocks in at 120 minutes. So 2 hours. It isn't really going to be 2 hours. It's going to be more like an hour and 52 or something like that. Or hour and 50, because I have about 10 minutes of credits with these theatrical release movies. But happy to pick Mr. Brooks up. And then I picked up this big set of Clint Eastwood, Rawhide seasons 1 through 3. This came out before he played Dirty Harry, if I remember reading the back correctly. It's 23 disc set. Yeah, this is before he was Dirty Harry. He was Rowdy Yates. Watch Oscar-winning director and actor Clint Eastwood in his breakout role as the impetuous cowboy Rowdy Yates in Rawhide seasons 1 through 3. It's saying there are 82 more classic episodes in Rawhide. So, I guess you get 82 episodes on this one. 73 hours and 1 minute. Aspect ratio is 4:3. This particular set runs from 59 to 61. Black and white, like I mentioned. And that's pretty much it on this set. Here's a look at the back. Pretty happy to get that. And here's the thickness of it. So it's basically like a good-sized library, book you'd see on a library shelf. Pretty thick. I'd dare say maybe 2.5, 3 inches thick here. Maybe about a couple inches at least. I like these thick cases that they make. There's a side view on it there. Really happy about that. I'll set that one down on the floor. Almost done, guys. And I picked up more Big Lots. Mishka Barton, Cameron Bright, Deborah Kara Unger, and Pascal Gregory. Walled in. Rated R. Anchor Bay Entertainment. 178:1 and 5.1 Dolby Digital. Trying to find a year for you. And I'm not seeing a year. It does say Stars 2009, but then it says 2007. I think it might have came out in 2007 and didn't see the light of day until Stars Media picked it up, I guess, on Blu-ray. And came out in 2009. Based on the best-selling book and graphic novel. Apparently, this takes place during 1993. 16 bodies were found entombed within the Malstraza building. A mysterious apartment complex built by one of the world's most renowned yet eccentric architects. The killer was never Caught 15 years later, newly graduated structural engineer Sam Walshek, or Mishka Barton of the OC, arrives to prepare the site for demolition. But in the process, the massive concrete crypt is not entirely empty. Its halls are lined with secrets. So it does have an actor who played in Saw 4, an actor who played in Silent Hill, and Cameron Bright who played in X-Men The Last Stand. So some pretty experienced actors in this one. So it should be pretty, production quality should be pretty good, I would think. And that's walled in. And that's a Blu-ray, obviously. And then I picked up these. My wife did, actually. She picked these up at work. She works in a grocery store in a deli, and her store, being in a supermarket, they get these movies that are called Movies You Buy, and you pay 3 for 10, and these are the 3 we picked up for the 3 for 10. First up, Hilary Swank, Gerard Butler, Lisa Kudrow, Harry Connick Jr., Gina Gershon. P.S. I Love You. It's PG-13, 127 minutes. Warner Brothers release. Pretty much basically that's about it on this one. Doesn't really have loads of information on, it's got a little bit of a window. It's got maybe 1, 2, 3, 4 special features. A music video by James Blunt, Same Mistake. Additional scenes, pretty basic. Not nothing great, but still, just more or less. I think my wife picked this one up for herself, which is understandable. And that's P.S. I Love You. Then next up, we picked up the movie starring Aiden Ehrenreich, Alice Englert, Jeremy Irons, Viola Davis, and Emmy Rossum. Beautiful creatures, dark secrets will come to light. Rated PG-13, 124 minutes, 2013. This one has a decent amount of special features on this one. It says it's in a tradition of storytelling of the Hunger Games, which I don't know if I'd quite put it on that level. I guess you would, because it's considered young adult kind of love interest kind of stuff going on, and I don't know. I don't really remember if I liked this or not. I know there was one of them that was similar to this one. It was either this one or another one. I didn't think it was all that great, but I'm not sure if it was this one or not. There's one I watched that was like in the vein of like Hunger Games, but it was like more like a gothic thing. I'm not sure if it's this one or another one though. It's Warner Brothers release, as I mentioned. PG-13, 124 minutes. That's Beautiful Creatures. And then, out of the 3 that we picked up, this one was my favorite one. It's a nerve-shattering shock, The Mummy, starring Peter Cushing, Christopher Lee, and Yvonne Fernal. The Mummy. It's 88 minutes. Warner Brothers on this one. They say Christopher Lee looks tremendous, smashing his way through doorways and erupting from green, dreamlike quagmires in real awe-inspiring fashion. Awe-inspiring, too, was the box office success of this third Hammer reinvigoration after The Curse of Frankenstein and Horror of Dracula, of a classic screen monster. So, even back then, these were successful. So, this is Torn from the Tomb to Terrify. And that's The Mummy. Pretty good makeup effects, especially for its time. As you can see, there's the monster of the mummy. Some people would classify him as a monster, I guess. happy to have that. Very much like the Son of Kong that I picked up. The cover has that vibe to it. And then I've got these two at Dollar General. And I just looked at my collection the other day, and I had this one already. I didn't even know it. It's a movie starring Alicia Cuthbert, Chad Michael Murray, Brian Van Holt, and Pat Hilton, I think it says. House of Wax, the remake, hot, sexy, deliciously creepy horror. This is Prairie Miller of Long Island Press. This is another one of those movies you buy, rated R. 113 minutes. It's from a Dark Castle release, a slew of special features. Has bonus material not rated. 113 minutes on this one. I didn't think it was that long, but it's quite long for a horror title. Might be because it's a reboot, if you will, or a reimagining. You know, sometimes these older ones sometimes were really long in length in some regard. As you know, as time went on, they stopped being like really short. But House of Wax. This has really good special effects too, guys. I highly recommend you watch this. This is a really well done horror reboot. Probably one of the better ones that's out there. If you haven't watched it, give it a look tonight. Or go down to your local Dollar General, see if they might have that. You know, and you have a movie for the night. And then I picked up Stephen King's Cat's Eye. $4.95 on this one as well. Stars Drew Barrymore, James Woods, and Alan King. Kenneth McKillen, Robert Hayes, and Candy Clark. It's directed by Louis Teague. PG-13, 94 minutes. A superior Twilight Zone style anthology, says Roger Ebert of the Chicago Sun-Times. He's now passed on. Rest in peace, Mr. Ebert. But he reviewed this back in the day. So it says it's a Turner Entertainment collaborated disc as well. So apparently this was a 1985 film, and Warner Brothers put it together in 2016. So it's about 5 years old, going on 6. And that's Stephen King's Cat's Eye. My wife found that one. She said, should we get this? And I was like, heck yeah, you know, why not? And then I picked this up on eBay. This movie stars Rick Moranis, Eileen Green, Vincent Gardenia, and a special appearance by Steve Martin. Little Shop of Horrors, the director's cut. Warner Brothers title. 94 minutes for the theatrical cut. 103 minutes for the alternate cut. It's a Geffen Pictures release mixed with Warner Brothers. Has quite a few special features in here as well. Or 2 theatrical trailers. You can have the optional commentary by the legendary Frank Oz on the 20-minute extra cut. Has an alternate ending. Believe this either got a reboot for TV or is going to be getting a reboot or something, or a sequel of some sort. Can't remember the details of it, but I think it's going to get another movie in some shape or form. But you know, essentially, I hated this movie. I seen it as a kid at the drive-in, and I did not like all the singing. And I went back about a decade later, and I was like, "What was I thinking?" I really had fun with this movie. I can't get over how good Rick Moranis is when he sings in this movie. Like, I was really shocked at how good he was. Like, it's too bad he I think he had family issues and kind of stepped away from the Hollywood scene, and then kind of took care of that, which I get. You got to be a dad first or whatever, but I really missed him in his time away. He stole the Ghostbusters movies in a lot of ways. I think he held his own in pretty much everything he's ever in. I'm encouraging Rick, come back to movies, please. We need you. We need your kind of humor. At least come back. Hopefully he's back on board with the new Ghostbusters that's supposed to be hitting soon. I don't know a lot of details on that one, but I miss Rick Moranis. I used to see him, and I think he played in SCTV back in the day. I'm not sure though, but I really like that sketch show that used to be on. It was kind of like in the vein of Saturday Night Live. Uh, but I miss him in comedy. We've lost a lot of these legends like John Candy, Chris Farley, John Jim Belushi. I always mix up John and Jim. I don't know why. They're totally different guys, but I see similarity. I think they're brothers, but I don't know. I just feel like I'm kind of like that with the wrestler John Morrison. I think I'm calling him Jim Morrison, and I'm thinking Jim Morrison's a singer for the Doors, but I always mess him up too. Uh, but that's Little Shop of Horrors, little nod to them and that, because I don't, you don't see them every day. Get a lot of people's videos, and then I picked up the Zombie 4 film collection here, also from Dollar General. Dead Snow, I Sell the Dead, Doghouse, and Pontypool. Two thousand 2009. And the package design came up in 2013, so I guess it must have maybe came out in 2009 with this, but then didn't actually see MPI Media Group until 2013. And this too is a movies you buy. So, if I could have waited, maybe they would have got this at my wife's store, and I could have got it for 3 for $10 instead of paying $5, but it is 4 movies on here. I believe these are all IFC Midnight as well, or at least the bottom title, Doghouse is. Yeah, they're all about an hour and a half, roughly. But Doghouse looks really cool. Anyway, I mean they all do, but I've seen I Sell the Dead. Pontypool I wasn't too impressed with. I thought it was rather slow. And I didn't really like the lack of zombies that you saw on screen in it. I know we heard it on a radio broadcast, but I like my zombie films a little bit, on the action-packed side. Kind of like in the vein of 28 Days Later, 28 Weeks Later, that kind of thing. I like hands-on kind of zombie films. I didn't hate that Pontypool or anything. I don't get the love for it like some people, but a little slow for my liking. Dead Snow I did watch. I remember trying to watch part 2, and I didn't remember liking part 2 as well. But good zombie collection there. Then I got 3 more, and we're all done. I got the complete Season 1 collection. It contains all 52 episodes of Angry Birds. Right here. Kind of a thick one. $8 on this one, but like I said, you get 52 episodes, I believe it said, yeah. Includes all new DVD bonus disc plus a special holiday episode. This contains over 3 hours of Angry Birds fun on this one. Has 6 behind-the-scenes featurettes, Stella trailer, 72 minutes Volume 1, 73 minutes of Volume 2. Guess it takes place in the era between 2009 and 2014. It has a whole slew of special features on Volume 1 and Volume 2. It has a special holiday, Wreck the Halls, the pigs have stolen the birds' Christmas gifts. Now it's up to Red and Bombird to lead the rescue mission to get them back. So it does have a Christmas themed episode in this as well. And there's a side view of it. They got them facing opposite way. And the same way on the side here. So that's Angry Birds tunes. And then my wife picked these up yesterday. This is part of the movies you buy. This is called the Frank Darabont collection. This is 3 acclaimed films from this director. Has Tom Hanks in The Green Mile, Jim Carrey in The Majestic, and Tim Robbins and Morgan Freeman in The Shawshank Redemption. I guess you must pick this up for. I guess they're saying this is 3 for $10. Basically 3 movies for $10. She just paid flat out $10. It's saying it has a 4-discer on the back here. Green Mile's rated R, Majestic PG, and The Shawshank Redemption rated R. 1999 with Green Mile, 2001 with The Majestic, and 1994 with The Shawshank Redemption. Green Mile and Shawshank Redemption have more special features on this one, but there's a look at what you get on this. I believe it looks like it's like a digibook in a sense, because it does have pictures as well. This is kind of like a... Yeah, see what I mean? Like right up there, it's got like pages up there. Like you can look at a few pages. I don't think it's real thick or anything, but still pretty neat to have. Good find for her. I liked all these movies. I like that The Majestic took place in a theater as well. I think more movies should take place in the cinema, just because it's a nice setting. Gives me that old throwback of a little theater here, not too far from where I live. That, like, it seems like everybody in the town goes to that for their entertainment, because that's pretty much all they have in that town. It's really nice throwback theater. I just wish the owners were a little nicer to people, because I called one time about a movie. There was 2 phone numbers, and it turned out I called their house, and it's like, well, then you should have got rid of that number, because I didn't mean to call your house. I thought it was a theater phone number, and it didn't say. And the lady was really rude, and I'm like, I was a mistake, It's not the way I would address people if they called by accident, or I just ditched the number. But nonetheless, a nice little theater in this one. A little bit more fancier than the one I'm thinking of, but still it has that vibe to it. And that's the Frank Darabont collection. And then finally, I got Everything is Awesome edition. She paid $10 for this as well. This has a Blu-ray plus DVD plus digital ultraviolet copy here. The Lego movie, and it comes complete with a little action figure. I want to say this is Moses, maybe? Vitruvius? I don't know, I'm not sure if that's how you pronounce it or not. I butcher biblical names a lot. I don't mean to. Just some of the names are kind of strange to me. Not a knock on that, but yeah. This right here. Got this for $10. I really like this this character that they have embossed in this, and then you can see there's the Blu-ray disc on the side right there. It looks like there's some kind of insert on this as well, like it might come out too. I'm not sure. Maybe somebody that has this that opened it could tell me in the comments what it consists of. But once again, this is another movies you buy. 3-disc set includes a bonus Blu-ray 3D movie. Looks like it's got 3 discs. Yeah. Well, I just read that, but it has a 3D Emmett photo. It says, okay. I'm not real familiar with the characters because I seen this in the theater, and it was blowing my mind at how all over the place it was. I know a lot of people love this, but I feel like this wasn't made for my age group. I don't know. Honestly, I thought the sequel was better than this one. It was less, mind warping for me because it's just like when you seen it in the theater, there was so much going on in the first one. It was like too flashy for my liking. It's just made me want the time. We got it more or less because of my son Joseph. I mean, I'm sure it's better than what I thought of it in the theater because sometimes I'll go into these movies and I'm expecting great, and I come away that wasn't so great. That's just kind of the way I am. But I really like the way they package this. It's well worth the $10 easily. And that's my video for this morning. I'd like to thank everybody that's been watching and hanging in there while the Dollar Trees have been really slow. Hopefully they'll start doing another Dollar Tree wave again, and then we can get back in there and see what they got this wave. I'm expecting some more Blu-rays from Hamilton in this wave, so pay attention to such stuff as like the double feature of Jim Carrey's Ace Ventura. I'm expecting possibly, let's see, Revenge of the Nerds. I don't know. There's a slew list of movies I'm expecting in this upcoming wave. If I'm wrong, then I'm wrong. But I'd like to be, I like to let people look for these. Maybe we will see these in the next wave. But take care, and I'll see you in the next video, guys. See you later, and have a good, let's see, what's today? Tuesday. Have a good Tuesday. COVID's kind of slowed things down for me. Like, sometimes it's fast and sometimes it's slow. You never know. Feels like certain days. It doesn't help that kids are on vacation this week, but take care on your Tuesday, and I'll see you in the next video, guys. See you later. Bye.